Hello gamers, it's your favorite old head here, Ebanix, with another VoD review. And today we're going to be looking at a gold 1 on Brim, right? And we're going to be on Haven. So let's see what he does right, what he does wrong, and everything in between. And hopefully we can, find some bad habits that we can nip right in the bud before they develop, before you become a higher skilled player, right? And then we'll also see if you have any good habits, some things that I'd like to see, like good crosshair placement or positioning, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so let's get this started. We're on defense. God bless. And he is in a 5 stack, guys, and he speaks French, so, like, obviously, don't give him a hard time. We're not going to understand everything he's saying.
Je peux smoke garage aussi si vous voulez d'ici.
Understand
On
what
aura
you're saying.
aucune info sur le mid.
Alright, so, okay, we don't, could playing C, okay, that's fine. First gun round, they could go do a C hit, right? We don't know what they're going to do. You're in a good spot. You're spoken window. I'm sure you're going to go towards A if Sova spots anything. Reina's going to kind of contest mid, and then Jet wants to contest garage. Maybe you don't smoke garage here if you were planning on doing that.
Garage? Ouais, j'attends.
Yeah, I feel like he just wants to peek. Boom, and you rotate back towards A.
Je vais B moi, comment je te laisse faire là.
Plan.
Ah mais Rock B marche encore sur C.
Mort.
Okay, it's always going to be in your best interest to like shoot that eye as soon as possible, right? If your teammates, like, if you can't coordinate with your buddies to shoot that eye, right, it's on you to shoot it as soon as possible, because there's no reason not to, because they're going to run in with that eye, right? But if you shoot it as soon as it comes up before it even starts blinding you, right, you have a good chance of at least winning the gun battles if they come through the smoke, right? Another thing is, for your buy, if you're gonna buy a ghost, like, okay, this is how I view Brim, right? This is just coming from me. I'm not a Brim main. I do play Brim occasionally on my stream if you ever go and watch me, but I like to go for light armor, 3 smokes, and a molly, right? If you're gonna go ghost, I would definitely say get a molly and 1 smoke, just so you can have 2 smokes in total, right? And then, that way, like, if maybe you don't smoke window in the beginning, you kind of just wait and kind of hold these smokes to play retake, right? Or you smoke window and then you just smoke off like short or something and fight long, right? And that way, at least if they're coming up, if there are a lot coming up, you can throw a molly and slow down that push, which can throw off their timings if they're trying to like pinch with, short A guys and long A guys, right? They try to come out together. If you molly one side, then you can only focus on the other side and you don't have to really worry about the side that's mollying, right? So like, let's say if you were in this corner still and instead of smoking short and you only had 1 smoke, you just smoke long, you molly short, they're not going to come short, and then you can focus all your attention on long, right? Obviously, again, like I said, we also want to shoot that eye. But if we look at your crosshair placement, like if we notice like the last like 5 seconds, and I'm just going to slow this down so you can also see, but your crosshair placement is really low, right? Like you're not aiming at headshot level. Like right now, like if we were like make a line all the way across, this might be it. This is like, I think I like drifted. It's like chest level, right? I don't know. I don't have a fucking ruler on me, right? Just imagine, but this isn't headshot level. I can tell you that right now. You're not aiming at the head, and you're gonna see it. Boom! You want to shoot that eye ASAP. Don't flick to it and look at it, right? Like we don't want to do that. We want to flick to it and shoot it, right? And then try to take pop shots blind. But okay, so like, I think you had a couple where your crosshair was on the head, but you're moving and shooting, and then as you were like bringing it down, right, your crosshair was getting lower. Like I just wanted to point that out, and look how low your crosshair is once you're done spamming it, right? It drops all the way down here. That's something we don't want to have. Okay, so let's just return back to normal and see how this round plays out. You fall off, you reload. Teammate dies.
Ils envolent.
Good shot.
Derrière le mur. Il est pété ou pas?
Non.
Ça sert à rien d'être à deux en haut.
Gauche, en haut à gauche. Killjoy.
Unlucky. Again, we want to be aiming at the head. We also want to be making sure our crosshair is on their face when we shoot, right? The last thing we want to do is just like try to like randomly flick and get a lucky headshot. This round we probably script through, yeah, because it's gonna be like you guys are probably gonna get fucking shit on because you guys only have classics.
Mon smoke. Oh, dead. What the fuck?
Okay, so like, one of the worst things we can do is like respect the enemy too much sometimes, right? And by respect, I mean like your teammates Ova. Like I don't know if he called like they smoked it or something. I don't think they did, right? But obviously we won't know because this game's dog shit when it comes to like the vision cones. But like if he's up long and he's getting that orb, it's safe to say they're probably like you could probably run up here, right, and try to get to a good position. Maybe work all the way up while it covers you. If that's the smoked, obviously you want to walk. But I'm gonna assume it's not smoked, so maybe you just want to run in and try to get a good position, or peek it so you guys can have one rotate off because there's 3 bomb sites. We don't want to have to commit 2 to A if we don't have to, right? If there's a lot of people towards A, obviously we want to keep 2, but if we can push up into A main area, right, we can have you or the Sova rotate off and back up either B or back up C. So there's something to keep in mind. Getting that early info is very important.
It's
Nice, good kill. That's bomb. Okay, so that's a clear indicator that okay, maybe they were leaning over here. You guys, made it a 5 on 2.
Il a TP sur le site, sur B. Au top. Back side maintenant.
TP encore.
Oh, that guy's dead. The race is probably
Mid window.
somewhere. Yeah, mid window. Aye, look at that. I understood that. That was English. Pretty proud of myself.
Tu l'as vu?
Faudra quelqu'un pour la mission en haut. T'as la ligne ou pas? Je.
Okay, there was... Oh, wasting a little bit of money for this last
window.
guy.
Allez, sauter win mid.
Boom. All right, pretty simple round. Easy, simple.
Well played.
Let's kind of skip over here a little bit.
LCS, dis-moi si tu laisses passer garage.
Ouais, ouais.
Okay, so we want to get that window smoke out a little bit sooner, right? We don't want to waste 3-4 seconds. So you're trying to line it up, right? Instantly try to set it up right away. Your teammates are calling a lot towards B and C.
T'as des trucs?
Seconds, I don't know about that smoke, bud. Like that one, ooh, that don't look like that's something like that's the something like that's a smoke right there that the other team wants. We want smokes that are going to disrupt their flow, and that's either you smoke like in the middle here, right, so they can't see past it, or you smoke in this hallway towards C. And the reason why we do that is because we want them to get scared of pushing out of that smoke. They don't have to push through the smoke because they can just go up C hallway, So like you smoking there, it kind of basically helps them, right? So we don't want that. When we use our smokes, we got to use it with a purpose, like a good purpose that helps us. So that's a good smoke. Like I would have liked that one in the beginning.
Sur garage.
Sur site C.
But obviously, you were far away, so you have to kind of make do. But don't throw that window whenever again.
Bombe,
Teammate
spot
shitting
down.
on them.
Gaffe, là.
Boom.
Il rentre.
Enemy remaining.
Nice.
Fort, gros.
I feel like you're aiming too low. This guy was window last round, so it looks like this Raze kind of looks like he likes to bait. So I would expect him to be kind of like lurking-ish.
Mec, j'ai joué window tout à l'heure.
Teammate clears that window. You worry about spawn. There's no way that guy's there.
30 seconds left. Flawless.
Huh, where the fuck that guy come from? He was crept in.
You can trust my bots. They only malfunction that
Quelqu'un trust my balls.
How's this 1080 60p? This makes no fucking sense. I've never seen so many fucking pixels in my entire fucking life. So many, or I've never seen so few pixels before in my entire fucking life.
Bingo, tu peux smoke ici?
Jesus.
Yes. Là au-dessus. Rail. Rail.
Okay, if he requested for this smoke, I don't know. The smoke's good if you know they're gonna come mid, right? I like the window. If he's not even opping, so like the smoke. I don't like that smoke. If he wanted it, right, like that's on him, right? Like, but personally, I don't like that smoke.
Tout bête, boy.
Ok, vas-y.
All right, so like throwing that smoke right there right away, like you don't have to, right? You can kind of delay that smoke by like 4 or 5 seconds. And the reason why I say that is because if they want to run up off of that kill, you'll hear them run up, right? And then you can kind of time your smoke a little bit better. But you're kind of like, he dies, and then as soon as he dies, you like pull out that smoke and drop it. Like, we want to be as efficient as possible so we can utilize that smoke for as long as possible. Because if you smoke that, right, and they're not even up long A, it's kind of a waste of a smoke, right? Obviously, they could walk up, so then you got to know, okay, if they want to walk A long, that's going to be like 10 seconds, right? 12 seconds in order to get up here. So, like, if you want to wait 10 or 12 seconds, that's also good. Like, we don't know if they're there or not, right? But if they're not running, we don't have to smoke that quickly. And even if they are running, you'll hear them and you can throw it a little bit later. So, you know, we want to maximize how much time that smoke blocks them for.
Au garage.
Tu prends. Ok. Ça a l'air de mettre du stuff sur A.
Okay, and so they were running up. So I don't like. Do I even hear them? Hold on, let me turn up the volume here.
Que là, regarde.
Mid, boy.
Ok, vas-y, vas-y, vas-y.
Il y en a WAP. Hein.
Boom mid, boy.
Ok, vas-y, 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 vas-y.
Moi, je
Au
rotate,
garage.
tu prends. Ok.
Oh yeah, I do hear them.
Ça a l'air de mettre du stuff.
Okay, yeah, that was fine, right? That smoke is fine. Like, all right, they're going off of that. Like, it's really hard to hear like the game volume. But okay, so I'm assuming you did it because you heard them running up short. So you get bopped. That's unfortunate, right? It happens. Where I feel like you were in like a really good spot, right? Like if you're still in that corner, you smoke long, and then you smoke short. You molly into short, right? You let them come up long. You obviously shoot the rain of flash. I think you. I feel like you want to fight them long. Well, because the way you did it, right? You get here and you kind of like throw a molly that was like okay, and then like once you throw that molly, you should know you can play like the side of default, right? Like you don't have to swing back sight onto this raise. You can actually play on sight and just kind of like play around the default box even until your molly runs out. Your molly lasts like 8 seconds, so that's like a lot of time to play with. Or I would have stayed in that corner, you know. That's probably like the two things I would have like done differently than what you did.
En fait, comme il rush, genre c'est chaud.
Pingo, on laisse le site,
Je vais-
pire, hein, t'inquiète.
C'est ce que j'ai fait.
But it definitely, like this smoke was kind of rushed, but this long smoke, I kind of want to put it closer to you guys, or to you, right? Instead of that deep. The only way I put it that deep is if I'm close to it, right? Or would I? Because they're gonna run through it no matter what. If their teammates are coming up short, they're gonna run through it no matter what. It's kind of hard. What would I do in this situation? Boom, I hear him running up long. Where would I smoke in this? Yeah, I might smoke close, right? I might smoke close here and smoke right here where you smoked it, and then I would probably molly, and then I would hold my smoke over here because if they come through the smoke, they might not clear me right away.
Je viens
So
sur A.
maybe I wouldn't put like a
Vas-y.
smoke so deep
Je
next
vais
time.
je resmoke window quand même. Pour faire genre.
Rien de faire.
Nothing here.
Garage, ça va être survé du coup.
Ça rentre garage. Deux rentrent garage.
This is kind of a waste of a smoke, right? Like obviously someone could be here, right? But I would actually want to take that battle because we're down 4v5, and then I would save the smoke and try to smoke garage, or just kind of like save it for the retake to smoke like long C, and then maybe on the bomb if they go C, because it looked like they were trying to go C, right? Because we saw a lot going through garage area. Obviously we had no eyes on B.
Oh, ah.
Si.
Yeah, like getting that molly too. I would probably save that molly
On
for a
tous reculer
retake.
long du coup.
Oh, GG.
This is right, like right here, you gotta smoke. Like they have to run off the site, right? So like you gotta smoke C long right now, and then run in because they can't be in garage. They could be outside garage, right? So when you come here, like as soon as you get close enough, just smoke C long because your smoke lasts 20 seconds.
Allez, low raise.
Boom, you're taking way too long. Okay,
QB.
now you're coming out. All right, fuck that molly. Like let's get. All right, tap the bomb. Tap the bomb. One guy comes to the garage. Okay, like again, like we see the radius for the Killjoy ulti. We know that they could be garage, right? So like what I would have done here is smoke C long for your teammates, and then maybe held garage until my teammates get contact, right? Or you run in, and then once you know side's clear, you come back and you hold garage, because like obviously they can't all be C long. Like I mean they could be, right? But it's really dumb to assume that they're all going to be C long. One guy could go C long in the beginning of that Killjoy ulti and run all the way around, because maybe this is what the Sage did, right? She ran all the way around to grass and then came garage late. So again, some things to think about.
Dernier CD.
Just-
Tu veux un File au
Ouais.
Enfin, sur le jeu, ce jeu.
Il t'arrive quoi?
Je suis en 4 tiers.
Tu joues en 4 tirs?
Je veux, mais je suis.
Non, mais nique sa mère, 4 tirs.
Nice.
Nice là.
Non, mid là.
Son reste, elle a son reste.
Et je peux pas j'ai Nawab là. Go, je vais window.
Y'a Omen.
I would not be here. It's a 5v4, right? So this is a really bad decision by you. This is something you, like, I would only do this if I didn't care about the game. Like, this is like if you want to rank up, right, you shouldn't be doing this, right? Because you should be playing to try to rank up to get better, right? Like, the only way I would do this is if I like really don't give a shit. Okay, but anyways, what I'm trying to say here is you don't want to do this because you guys are up 5v4, right? How do we get them back into this round, right? How do we let them, you know, come back into this round? And that's by giving them these one-on-one fights or, you know, 1vx fights. And we don't want to give them like your death. Like if you die, that's a 4-on-4. Then it's, oh, it gets a little scary because then they just got to group up and go to one of the 3 sites on fucking Haven. Ha ha ha, 3 sites on a bomb map. And, you know, just fucking go, and they go do their thing, right? So like you don't want to be pushing here. You kind of want to like stay in the corner, let your Sova come heaven, kind of like shoot from heaven, kind of bait for you, right? And then take it like that. So like, I mean, let's see what happens here.
You will not kill my ally.
I'll do that.
Ils ont cross ou pas?
Je sais pas.
Ils peuvent être short.
B.
Oh, ça t'aurait dû le faire en direct.
Ouais, je sais
Rien
pas.
lancé.
Je réfléchis.
Could be up short because your smoke's not a wall. They could have easily walked through your smoke.
Sur
B.
top. Il y en a 2 sur B. Et un window.
Finding B.
Spike planted.
Un gong.
Oh.
Dead. Un site.
Look how low you're aiming, right?
Un rabbit.
You're really fucking up their stomach, right? Whatever they're eating for
Window.
dinner is
Jay,
slowly
Jay, Jay,
spilling out.
Heaven last.
À gauche, contact. Ici. Avec l'ult.
Il était là le wall.
Et plus c'était réactif, genre si j'ai.
Like, and so I just want to, you know, just to re-emphasize, right? Just having good crosshair placement is very important because the longer it takes for you to kill one guy, the more bullets you waste, and the longer it's gonna take for you. Like then you have to reload. Then they know like you're low on bullets, right? Like if you another guy peeks into you, if you waste like a lot of bullets, like then you have so few bullets to kill the next guy, right? So like obviously we want to. It pays to be efficient, right? We one tap one guy, or at least you know use 4 or 5 bullets to kill one guy. We still have 20 bullets in our Vandal to kill the next 3 or 4 guys, right? So it pays to be efficient, right? We don't want to waste half a clip trying to kill one guy. I wouldn't smoke there yet.
Je suis mort.
Je rotate B.
Un grasse. Et un window.
Smoke. I smoke here, right? Because usually what we see in lower level, they get one pick on the B guy or anywhere, like on any map, right? A, B, C, Haven, bind, split. They kill one guy. There's a good chance that they just run through, right? So like I like this smoke right here. Like you put in the smoke preemptively after your jet dies is really good. It stopped if they're rushing it. They kind of they'll hesitate now because they're kind of scared to go through it.
Ça me. Garage. Garage.
The molly though, like the molly's like you have no indicate like you have. There's no reason for you to throw this molly because we don't know if they're rushing or not.
Tu peux les laisser garage.
Ça va rentrer dans le garage.
Ils sont sortis.
Ça...
Ouais.
J'ai smoke C. Enfin, l'entrée garage de C.
Ils sont sur site. Putain, ils m'ont piqué à 2.
Last player standing.
Unlucky.
On écoute.
Obviously, we
Yeah,
want to
just-
throw a
just-
better smoke there, right? Because a better smoke means there's no gaps. No gaps, that guy doesn't kill you through that that gap right
En
there.
force.
Ouais.
Ouais.
Fait que si je fais.
Smoke window.
2 sur B.
En bas.
Un mid et un grasse. Un ici.
That's a good smoke. Stop wasting your molly right here all the fucking time. Sometimes you gotta use your molly for something else, man.
Encore mid. GG.
Like maybe here it's a good example of using it, right? Because maybe they're like all mid trying to rush in, but like I swear to God, use it here every single fucking time. It's pissing me off.
C'est pas
Bon, ils vont.
c'est pire rapide.
Don't. It's not the end of the world, but like
Okay,
stop,
fine.
stop using
Okay,
here,
fine.
please. Thank you.
C'est A.
Oui, oui.
UT et B.
En
UT et B
mid.
mid.
Again, look how low your crosshair is, right? Like you're looking at the ground. That smoke's bad. Unless you want to gap there, right? Then it's like fucking big brain time. But I don't know if you're that big brain yet.
Et au mid.
I've seen nothing here that tells me you're big brain, so I don't think this is a big brain smoke. I think this is a really small brain
Garage
smoke.
peut-être.
Garage, je crois que ça avance.
Je crois qu'il y a short A.
Je check ça moi.
Je crois qu'il y a short A.
Short A.
Garage.
30 seconds left.
Les deux, les deux.
Garage les deux.
One enemy remaining.
Hyper low raise. Moins 110.
I was about to say, that's your first stim beacon in 9 rounds, by the way. I'm pretty sure there's could have been more rounds where you could use that stim beacon before you go fight people.
Elle est à gauche.
Nice ça.
C'était quoi, Jopingo? Les sons de bois et d'herbe?
Ils sont de bois et d'herbe.
Ouais. C'est ça là, elle est descendue là et ça a fait du
Ouais,
bruit.
je pense. Mais moi j'ai eu l'impression d'entendre le truc ici, genre le boombot.
Ah non, le boombot il était là.
Here.
Ah ouais.
En fait,
Ah, je peux pas, y'a quelqu'un, sorry.
Bah les deux ont un stand de fond dessus.
Ouais,
Désolé.
Ah,
Ouais.
on peut retake avec mon. On est.
il arrive.
c'est bon, il peut faire rentrer tout de suite.
Boom, put your stim beacon down right now, right? Like, imagine how fast you kill those fucking,
You should
those
run.
Reyna flashes.
Tu peux le péter non?
J'y vais. Il y a la Killjoy dedans aussi du coup.
There you go.
Deux short, deux.
Lucky. Well, it's the opera.
Ça tire au-dessus de ça.
Ouais, ouais.
That guy's fucking dead.
Waouh.
Elle pouvait pas arrêter, elle avait pas
C'est
trop.
pas, c'est pas 4 secondes.
Si,
Mais
mais elle l'a
elle a-
retapé
elle a-
après.
elle a fait deux
Holy.
fois, quoi.
I forget about
Ah,
time,
ok,
man.
putain, elle est si merde.
DR.
C'était chaud,
Ah,
hein.
dommage, j'aurais dû le faire, mais bad.
Shit happens.
Je pensais que, je sais pas, Poipo il dit vraiment que tu vois rien avec ton drone quand tu le fais dans cette situation.
Mais on a
Dis
vu,
que
des-
tu
on a
vois
vu-
rien
on a
avec
vu deux
toi.
personnes, hein.
Oui, deux mecs.
Elle nous a tués d'ici.
Ah, mais j'avais pas vu quand t'as tué, j'étais pas encore arrivé hein.
Attention.
Look how low you're aiming.
Nice.
Swing on trade. Nice, good trade. I like it, I like it.
Il y en avait encore un mid.
How confident you feeling, right? That dictates if you're gonna peek or not again. How confident is you?
Putain, un mid.
One enemy
Nice,
remaining. Round before the
Pretty
switch.
confident.
Je sais pas.
Une possibilité. Je suis à des
Oh,
kilomètres.
your ulti again? Very cool.
Thomas, tu peux laisser garage, il me reste une mollo à mettre garage à l'entrée de garage pour dealer un peu.
Et ouais, window. Et un c'est long.
Ah ouais, Sage, mid.
Ils ont smoke garage pour entrer sur C. Ils ont 3 c'est long.
Ça pousse à.
Oh.
I would ulti. I would
Il y a un
ulti.
close
Silan.
garage.
Oh, no.
Putain! Un garage.
I doubt, like, as soon as I hear him coming out C long, I probably would have ultied like right on top of it to be like maybe C long area if the alarm bot hasn't gone off yet, right? It's just unlucky because you kind of die. And again, like, let's just go back to this again. Let's take it in slow motion one more time just so I can emphasize, you know. Boom
Il y a
comes
un
in.
close garage.
Oh, dude, you fuck. Dude, that Sage literally has no more boobies left. Like, if only aimed at the head though.
Putain!
She can live without boobies. She can't live without a head.
Your
Sides.
weapon is only a tool.
Putain, parce que j'arrive pas à le tuer si vite.
Yeah, why are you aiming at her tits though? That's another good question. Why are you aiming at all the girls' tits, man? Like, aim at their head. Oh man. Wait, hold on. How much? It's 500. It's 700. You have 100 left. Buy a stim beacon, man. Buy a stim beacon.
Vas-y.
On a
Moi,
rien loin de
j'avance
traîner.
j'avance en slow vers garage, je vais juste check mid au début.
Oh, smoke off window.
Il y a ma caméra qui regarde le flanc A.
If they walk down mid, you're fucking dead because you're just looking at your iPad. Just saying.
Enemy spotted.
Je joue ton arrow, non? Ça
Je
couvre
rentre.
tout.
Contact gauche. ouais.
Allez-y, sur Tom Link, je me connais.
Placing
Why are you looking at?
inside ring.
Comment on casse? On casse? On casse
Ok.
Passe à gauche pour Yo.
La smoke elle va fade là.
Y'a personne qui est en backside.
There's no way that Killjoy tries to run through that smoke like that.
Yeah,
That's
do
sick
la
play.
Un garage, mort.
Point.
Garage 1.
One enemy remaining.
Alors
Gauche.
fait.
This guy will
Big, big,
CT.
Last player standing.
Je lui ai mis 78 en
Oh, tu lui fight, Link Shun.
Mais il faut.
That's kind of funny. You guys shouldn't have lost that round.
Bon, voilà, il fallait.
Everyone's on the
Link Shun,
same
faut qu'elle
page.
diffuse
J'ai
la meuf.
call,
Gros.
genre,
Mais
elle est à
mec,
2 balles d'être morte.
De toute façon, ça a changé
Time
la
for a field test.
Tu la laisses, elle diffuse, gros. Elle peut pas diffuse, hein. On est deux.
Turret out.
Killjoy, elle joue. Je vais juste avancer pour faire péter son stuff.
J'ai même pas un C.
Recule.
La merde ce truc gros.
Elle a claqué son truc.
Why am I still
Carré,
watching
Scarrow.
this?
Elle est descendue.
The only way you guys ever win like an eco round is literally if, like you guys shit on them
Oh,
somehow.
Oh, GG.
Rings, elle est-
Like that. Like if you guys did that with it was still 5v5 and you guys got like 3 kills like that, like that's how you guys win those eco rounds.
Son truc, on peut le péter en plus, non? Je suis sûr, elle le colle contre, contre le mur ici, non? On peut le péter de.
Avec le stuff.
Ouais.
Il y a
Je vais
des
essayer
moments
de
où
la roue un peu plus à gauche.
je suis un peu. J'étais.
Oh putain.
Tu l'as pété ou pas?
Enemy spotted.
Omen et Raid, ils vont peut-être push. Omen, j'ai touché une fois.
Hold it.
Je descends.
Reloading.
On marchera
How's this?
avec des smokes après.
How's this 1080p, man? Yo, why are you looking at the ground so much? God damn, it's pissing me off. That's all you need. You only need to use those 2 smokes.
Tu veux.
Bam.
Even.
7. You know how good your molly is in the post plant? Right, I know you guys are down 4v5. Like, this can literally come down to, like, because you guys have the site for free. The race is playing retake. Your Sova needs to be holding the flank. Like, your molly is so good. Like, if you could just get your molly off, like, when they're trying to retake, and you have another smoke, too. Like, oh, God. Don't even get me started.
Go
Oh,
long, go long, go long.
Y'a un mec qui vient toujours ou pas?
Il reste derrière.
Ah ouais.
Faut que tu coupes le rotate par back.
mm,
Derrière.
fucking up them stomachs.
Oh, le mec il a pas bougé.
La Killjoy elle joue. Faut rien faire.
Ah, mais ça tourne, gros. J'ai pété ça, on peut la péter easy.
Boom, going in. Aiming too low. Yeah, that's about right. Pre-fired. Your pre-aim was a little off there.
Putain.
Break that wall. You can fire faster. You don't have to shoot that slow. Holy. Oh, good bait out. He has a shotgun, so you can probably break the wall. Oh, that guy's a fucking. Oh, see, like you can't you can't just peek right in front of him because he has a Odin. He's just gonna spam it. He's just gonna spam it and try to
Sinon, on peut
spray you
essayer B,
down.
les gars, en smoquant ici, hein.
God damn, this game probably goes into OT. I don't think I'm gonna watch all of it.
Wall, Sage.
Ouais, mais c'est bon.
Or maybe I'll watch. I don't know yet. We'll see how good this gets.
Faut pas y prendre.
Rien à-
J'ai
Okay, he's right there. Like I would be like smoking something. Like your teammates are going up too long. Like I just smoke off like window right here, and then maybe against this corner and smoke CT, right? Like you got to get like some kind of good positioning here.
Oh.
Okay, that's a good
Putain,
smoke.
il m'a enculé,
I'm fine with
ça.
that smoke, right?
Attends, on va surfer avec les smokes.
See, I wouldn't spam after I smoke that. The reason why is because like I don't want them to like I want them to smoke this to make them think we're hitting C, right? Because your teammates are coming out C, and then you and your killjoy can lurk in. But as soon as you spam this, right, then they know there's someone grass, and then they kind of focus their attention on this. Because then, like, let's say no one like you don't spam, right? Or I mean, it could work with the spam too. Like let's say you kind of like bait your killjoy, but you go first, let me go second, right? And then like let the killjoy die. If you can't trade him right away, it's fine. And you kind of just hide there. You know, play like a real baity role, and then you know, you kind of do that. but I wouldn't spam there.
Il y a
Let's
un
do that.
Killjoy après.
That guy still has
En
a
fait, y'a personne sur
shotgun,
second,
I'm pretty
Killjoy,
sure.
j'ai pas la musique qui se casse.
Y'a- Vraiment là?
J'étais pas gros, j'étais en train de poser des
Yo, break the other wall too, man. Yo, NS though. Two
Il y a
there.
deux, il y a deux sur B, deux sur
Oh,
B.
two on B, two on B. How do you say two in French? That's how many is on B, bruh. You have no smokes though.
Oh, yes.
Sage should be there. Killjoy plays C. A should be open, unless Killjoy is playing A this round.
Enemy remaining.
Ok, sur B.
Allez, go, c'est, go, c'est, go, c'est.
Ah, il
Okay.
joue C, il joue C.
Oh non,
Killjoy est juste.
What?
Oh, NS. See, that's what we want. We want those headshots every time. I know you have it in you.
Qui joue garage.
Okay, we know the drill.
But like right there, right? Like you should know. Oh, Killjoy usually plays C, right? Like maybe we go A, right? And then we know there's two B. Oh, their A is open. So like again, like if that Killjoy just hit, like and you guys went C, like you guys probably die. But again, we're playing idiots, right? Like you gotta remember, like every like even though I'm playing like a lot of bad things on your side, they're probably doing just as many bad things on their side too.
Ok, ouais.
Like run, like but look backwards. Like you don't want to run in with your, you know, your back facing like where they could peek you from. Like I would run in backwards there because I'm just scared that they're gonna peek me. Got the
Y'a
ball.
Omen qui avait piqué, fais gaffe.
Peut TP1.
On l'entend.
Pas entendu TP.
On peut essayer recé, non? Et ils ont des op ou pas?
Il y a le stuff de Killjoy là-bas.
Ah oui.
J'ai mon ult.
Vas-y, on tente. On retente A alors. On retente A.
Tu le dis.
Ah, je me la revue. Oh, on retente.
Ah, 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 ah. La zone.
Oh, NS. All right, boom. Off of that, get ready to smoke. Yeah, smoke heaven. Smoke CT. Cool. Don't waste your molly CT again, please. For the love of God, just plant it and save it for post plant. Why is your Killjoy ulting? She can save that for post plant.
Yep.
What is she doing?
J'arrive. Putain, Manu.
Balle, balle, balle.
Okay. Like people need to be on site. Like obviously your arena dies, but someone else, one more person needs to be on site to cover these entrances, right? Like, because obviously like that, this will happen. Like if your smoke's not deep enough, like look how shallow, like look how much of this bulge is shown out. They can easily play around that smoke. Like this smoke needs to be a little bit deeper. Heaven smoke's whatever because it's a window they have to jump out of. But that CT smoke needs to be better. It can't be so far out to where they can lurk out. And there's a small gap on it.
Mais tu restes dans le tu
Tu peux avoir un drop?
You guys win it though. That's what you love to see.
En fait.
Break the wall. Yes,
Quoi,
yes.
Thomas, tu
Break both walls.
Allez où, allez où?
Tu sais.
Ah,
Tu veux rotate, tu peux rotate. Hein. Encore un. Back.
Y'en a encore un dans le
Il y a
bac.
des Killjoy.
Tu peux être Even.
Bomb grenade out.
Could go window.
oh, oh,
Il y a le-
oh.
Oh.
Last player standing. One
Ah, limite,
enemy
Last guy's mid. Last guy's mid. He just flashed, right? You look at your mini map. You see that little orb? He just flashed from mid. Boom, smoke that, right? Okay, so like there's a couple ways you can play this, okay? There are a couple ways you can play this. I'm just going to break it down your options, right? Your main options that I think are the best chances of you winning the round. One, right? So you gamble. It's always going to be a gamble, right? You're always, like once you get to a high enough level, it's usually going to be a gamble, right? But we can assume this guy he flashed right here. So this tells me either he was garage or he flashed it from mid. Okay? So obviously like garage is probably my main squeeze right now that I'm going to be worried about. Now, there's obviously three things he can do, right? First one is flank you and go see long. Second one is come garage, try to shoot you, kill you right here. Third one is fall back and go CT. Now, if I think he's pushed out garage or pushed down mid, he's going garage like 70% of the time. He's flanking 30% of the time. I think it's like 0% of the time he goes back CT, right? That's usually how it would go. Like in this low level. In high level, it's fucking anywhere, right? Like you can, like humans are very lazy, right? So they'll usually choose the most quickest route to take to fight you, right? But like this is close enough, like the flank is close enough to where he can come in and flank. That's like within his reach. Like if he's really big brain, he walks back B and then go CT because he think like he should know you're here. You could run through CT and then or through C to go CT and go to A, right? Like he knows he flashed here. Like a smart player will know he flashed here, and then he knows that you know that he was flashed here, so he was mid. So he might think like the Reyna, like if he was a smart player, would think, oh, you saw that, and then you would run towards CT, like I said. But anyways, what I think you should do here is either plant Obviously, when you come out here, pre-aim garage. That's your immediate thing you have to pre-aim because he's not going to be CT. There's no way he's CT off of this timing of you running from here to here, right? He's like here to like either right here or he's like right here, and then you don't have to worry about CT for like another like 4 or 5 seconds. So anyways, come in here. First option, peek garage, right? Boom, plant. You can plant for long and then come back long and gamble he doesn't come long on you, right? Second thing you can do is plant for CT, right? And then play CT. Third thing you can do, right, is plant for like out in the open and then go anywhere else. Like go CT and then go back garage, or go CT or plant for here in the open, then go garage and go back long because you have your ulti, right? Like, because then what you do is like play outside garage, listen for him to tap the bomb, or play in garage and like listen for him to tap the bomb, ulti it, molly it, and then reposition yourself and go either long, or you can even push in to go CT if you really want to. But those are like your main your main 3 options that you have a best chance of winning the round in, because you have ulti and you still have your molly. And you have your smoke too, so like there's mistake number 1 right there. And look at that. He was garage, he went garage, and he crept through your smoke and fucking bopped you. That's why like you hate to see it. It could have been a winnable round if you're just looking towards the garage, like I said.
On a déjà changé de side, what the fuck? Je suis pas dans la même game.
Je dashine et je smoke chaque côté.
Ok, c'est fait, c'est fait.
J'ai la bombe.
Enemy spotted. There.
See how deep the smoke is, and it lets them come out. You don't want to throw smokes this deep. You want to be like, this smoke wants to be a majority on the outside. So if you see them, you can see them creep in, right? With this smoke, we can't see them creep in backside. They can creep in through this and then go to the backside. But if we put a little bit shallower, right, on their side, we can see them walking through the doorway, which is what you want all your smokes to look like, right? No matter what map, any site, right? Your smokes want to usually be like that, not like what you just did right here.
La cancel.
Elle est backside. Encore un seeding.
Il y a
Ceiling et
raise
back.
sur moi, raise des garages.
Oh, j'ai raté.
He's healing.
Et puis il est seul C.
Ah non, je suis pas seul, il y a une meuf.
Garage.
Just wait, like right here, like I would, I think the Omen was mid, yeah, like he killed your killjoy or something. I wasn't paying attention.
One enemy remaining.
On a une idée du dernier ou pas?
Je sais pas, il avait TP, je sais pas si
Et
ça a
sur
été
A
denied,
d'habitude.
mais il était window, je crois.
Pépé.
Oh my god, c'est placement poi poi.
Bah oui, mais je savais pas que tu comptais là.
C'est ton ult, je ping.
Bah ouais, mais je sais pas où il est.
This guy could easily walk out CT. You gotta be
Personne
careful.
regarde sur ta gauche.
Oh, this is where you just hide in the smoke, right?
Oh, t'as la smoke, vas-y.
Smoke.
CT.
Yeah, like, okay, so when you're in the smoke, right? He can't come up long, right? I mean, he could come up long, but he's not gonna come in through this. Like, he's not gonna come like when he's not coming through the smoke here. If he comes from here, because you should be able to hear him TP, right? So the only thing you have to look at is to your left from CT side, where your Stova's not looking. If he comes from garage side, he's gonna come to this side, or he's gonna run to your Stova. So like 99% of the time, he's gonna come from the left. The only time he comes from somewhere else is if somehow he sticks by a Stova or he TPs, and you can hear the TP, right? So like you're like, hold on, did he TP right here? Hold on. Now I gotta listen, because if he TP'd,
Oh, t'as la smoke, vas-y.
CT.
okay, I didn't hear TP. So like if you heard a TP, I don't know. But kill him, so that's all that matters.
Genre, tu fais pas assez de.
Moi, je check.
Garage.
Putain, j'ai raté mon tir à la pique au ralenti. Allez à gauche, Thomas, contre la caisse droite.
Ooh, that's a spray control problem right there.
Trop là.
Quoi là-haut?
Gotta spray a little bit better.
Reloading.
Pète la toile, je regarde. What? Trop fort.
Je drone, Thomas, fais gaffe. Hein.
Vas-y.
T'es solo.
Reloading.
Okay, like this is a flicking problem, right? So like, well, let's watch this again one more time, and you're gonna see what I mean by that. So when he comes out,
Reloading.
we see him. Oops. Oh, fuck. Hold on, okay, comes out, right, and then I'll pause it right here as soon as
Drone,
do what you
Thomas,
do.
fais gaffe, hein.
Alright, jiggle, that's fine. Like I'm fine with the jiggle. Aiming kind of low, looks like. Boom, we see him. We flick right to his fucking toes. Like the gun's right here. I'm assuming the pixels right here are his fucking toes. And then like obviously like, you know, you're just shooting his chest, right? So, and then two of them, like a lot of them missed, but like you know what I mean. Like that was a bad flick. Like you need to like at least flick upper chest and maybe hit the headshot, but you flicked at toes and it went to his like chest and maybe they went in between his legs. Blah blah blah. Oops, it's too far. No, that's not far enough. Here we go.
Je peux pas y à quelqu'un là.
Ouais, bye bye bye.
Attends, mais tu peux pas, là?
Je peux pas y à quelqu'un là.
Bye bye ouais.
J'ai drop quoi, là?
Peeks now.
Entendre du B ou pas?
Let's check ends mid.
Like smoke C long. You want to smoke something? Smoke C long. Unless he doesn't want it. Break the wall. You can't spam that. Just break the wall.
Mais elle est close.
Oh, I love this game, dude. That's
Ah,
running,
Pas la
running,
bombe,
head,
full back,
running
full back,
kill.
full back, full back.
Derrière nous, derrière nous. Un TP, un TP.
Mort.
Good kill, good kill.
Garage.
Go A. A is open.
Les gars, les gars. Tu peux suivre, elle est close là.
It's too slow. You gotta be quicker to react on these reses. Like literally, like honestly, I would actually ulti a little bit further back towards hit these stairs here and force them to be close, or at least run out of garage. But we know two of them right there. Last two are C, right? Because they res garage, so you know A's open. Like
À gauche.
there's no way you're trying to fight this. There's no way you're trying to fight this. There's no way you throw that molly, you kill that guy with the running headshot through the fucking wall, and you know he res them in garage. There's no way you just don't run to A there, right? Like you're low HP. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he wins this too.
Elle est close à ta droite. Je reviens.
Super, tu peux revenir.
Holy, you're throwing.
Ok.
T'as vu gros en plus.
Rentrée garage sinon.
Il y a la Odin de la meuf, la garage.
Enemy spotted.
J'ai smoke garage.
Go.
Oh, I already know what I'm gonna name this video too. Fucking
À gauche.
Dexter's Omlette du Fromage. Hell yeah.
Dans le garage, dans le garage, dans le garage.
Ouais, window garage, on a une.
Okay. Yo, nice.
Sur la bombe.
Yo, NS.
2v1.
Look at that headshot. Why can't you do that every time, man?
Elle peut être CT, hein.
Just headshot him. You know this. Killjoy's close. All right. Okay. I'm not watching OT, but I want to see what the end score was.
Oh, j'avoue.
Let's see.
Moi, je suis pas
Oh my god, you guys won. You guys are nuts. Okay. This is the end of this VoD review. All right. I'm just going to highlight some things that I thought were important. The first one being that you need to use your utility better, right? And I think this is like the biggest one, right? Like you're playing smokes, you got a molly, right? You also have stem beacons that, you know, you really don't put out too often. But anyways, like your smokes need to be good, right? They don't need to be perfect. They just need to be good. The smokes you're throwing so far, either they have cracks in them, they're too far in to where they can creep out. Like those aren't smokes you want. You want smokes that make it it scares them to push through. They should never have the confidence to push through those smokes because they know they're going to be kind of like out in the open and exposed to a whole bunch of different angles. Secondly, your molly. Stop throwing your molly mid on B on defense, man. Like save it sometimes for post plants or something. Like if they're not running A, you use it fucking B every single time, and I don't get it. I don't know why. Like sometimes just save it. Like if you have no reason to believe they're rushing B, don't use it. All right. If you love me, you'll do that. Second biggest thing is probably crosshair placement. You aim too low. You're aiming at the girl's titties. I get it. Boobies are awesome, but stop aiming at them. Aim at the head. Okay. You want to shoot them in the head. Spray control, flicking also needs to be worked on. Obviously, you know, aim in general, and you know the main fundamentals of aim you just need to work on. Let me think what else. You know hurt me. Decision making, right? Don't just fucking you know, he rezzed the guy in fucking garage. That's not a big thing, right? I probably didn't say too much about decision making, but that pissed me off too. Like, and that might come, like, decision making will also probably help you with utility usage, where like you don't molly that because you become a smart little Valorant playing boy, and you just know, hey, I shouldn't molly that, I shouldn't peek that, because I know the last two are there, I can just run A, right? Having that kind of awareness and understanding where they were last seen at, right? Literally, it'll get you to like diamond at least, right? If you know how to play, like, you don't have to have the best aim, right? As long as you know how to play smart and you can kind of shoot them when they're not looking at you, you're set, right? But I would say those are like the biggest things that I saw. Obviously, I said a lot more things. I hope you remember everything I said. But those were like the three biggest points I wanted to point out one more time, just to summarize it all. All right. If you have any questions on what I said, what I did, what I, anything that, I mentioned at all, please feel free to message me. Reddit, YouTube, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Discord. Join my Discord. You can ask me questions there. But yeah, so that's gonna conclude it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Pokemon, Mega Evolution, Science, Cockfighting.
Blood in my dog and I can't see. I'm trying to